Alright everybody, welcome to a new video. This is part 2 of 3 of my vinyl collection. And I apologize for the lighting. You're probably going to be seeing the shadow because I'm not doing this at a good time of the day. Okay, so next up I've got Here and After by Emulation. It's a limited edition. Yellow transparent. I've got copy 49 of 300. That's what it looks like. I really like the transparent vinyls. You'll be seeing a few more later. But I don't think I had any in the first part. No, I did have a couple in the first part, I think. But yeah, they're really cool. Got this one from Metal Blade Records. I haven't really been talking about like the record companies I've got them from. But not really doing promotion videos anyway, so keep that. Next up, I have Atonement by Emulation. It's their 2017 release. This is a fantastic album. So is the last one. It's got very cool art on the inside. This one is limited to 750 copies, I believe. And it's blue, with like a transparent blue with blue splatter. I did a unboxing video on this, like a bundle unboxing video, maybe about 2 years ago. Well, yeah, 2 years ago, because that's when it was released. Yeah. I'll show the artwork in the second sleeve as well, because it's really cool. It's really of the artwork, and then there's all the lyrics and stuff. Yeah, that's Atonement by Emulation. Next up I have Atonement once again. This one is limited to 300 copies. I'll just straight up show you what it is besides reading it off to you. I just love that artwork right there. It's an orange vinyl. Straight up orange. Very cool. Limited 300 copies. I don't know what record label released that. I got it on eBay. I think it might have still been from the record label. I don't know. Yeah. Next up, that's the remastered or rebirth, The End of an Era, Inferi's debut album. This one is limited to 100 copies. That is gatefold. And this one is limited to 300 copies. It is a call it unholy variant, but it's a clear with blue, red, and purple splatter. Very awesome. I got this one from the artisan era. Everything I've gotten from the artisan era has been just awesome. And yeah. I've got 2 more releases from the artisan era right here. From the same band, but it's the album Revenant. Their 2018 release. It's a fantastic album. This was the album that got me into the band. And yeah. You'll see both copies here. This one is limited to 200 copies. It's got the gatefold with all the lyrics on the inside. It's got the back too. This one is a white in blue with blue and purple splatter. It says purple splatter, but you don't really, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah. They got these really cool nicknames. The Artisan era does these like really cool nicknames for everything, and this one is called the Menacing Gaze. So that's kind of easier and quicker to say than white and blue with blue and purple splatter. But that's just the color. But it's called the Menacing Gaze. And if you remember at the beginning of part 2, I believe, I have this one on CD, this album on CD, so it was in my CD collection. This one is limited to 150 copies. It's blue with purple and baby blue splatter. It's a much darker blue setting. This one is called Drowning Sullen. The purple is much more noticeable in this one. There was, I remember when it was first coming out, the album, and the Artisan era did release like 2 other colored albums, or colored variants of it, and one was actually just straight up purple. It was like purple with like blue splatter or something. Sadly, I was not able to get the chance to get that. Next up we have the infamous Iron Maiden with Number of the Beast. This was the first vinyl I ever owned. Well, it's a black vinyl. It's not colored, so I'm not going to bother taking it out. It was just a waste of time. But Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden. Fantastic album. Classic album. This one I will take out because it's a gatefold. Got Peace of Mind by Iron Maiden. Possibly my favorite album by Iron Maiden. Yeah, I'll show the vinyl. Even though it's just a classic style of vinyl. It's black vinyl. Yeah, I don't see much colored vinyls by Iron Maiden. I haven't, anyway. I'm sure there's some out there, but I've never seen any. Just got Powerslave by Iron Maiden. Got this one at a Barnes & Noble. Summer in Time by Iron Maiden. Got this one also at a Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble is awesome. I have 2 limited editions from Barnes & Noble. One was in my part 1. That was the Holy Diver. Even though this is black vinyl, I still want to show it off. But this is Firepower by Judas Priest. Their 2018 release. It's gatefold. And this album is fantastic. It's just got the lyrics on here. It's awesome how a band that's played in the 70s can come out in 2018 with all these, like, here's my opinion on it. because there are a lot of bands out there that just seem to do that are kind of trendy and just like tune their instruments all the way down so you can't hardly understand it. You know, this like gent movement thing. 2018, Judas Priest, a band that was in the 80s, very infamous band, just came out and showed all these gent dudes how to play metal. They're like, hey, this is metal. I know I might get some comments about that, but that's how I feel. I got Horizon New Era by Chronos. It's a death metal band that sings about Greek mythology. You can't get any more metal than that. This album is awesome. It was also in my CD collection as well. It's clear with blue. I don't know what you call it because it's not really a splatter, but it's pretty cool. I like it. I haven't played all of my vinyls on my turntable yet, but this is definitely one I have played. Awesome band, awesome album. I can't remember how much it's limited to, because it is limited edition. But this next one, I do know how much it's limited to. This is the new King Diamond release, Songs for the Dead Live. It's a gatefold with pictures of the live concert. And this one is limited to 600 copies. It is a blue with white splatter. Very awesome. There's still a couple ones that I want to get of this one that are still in stock at Metal Blade Records. They actually did release like almost the same exact vinyl, but it was just an orange with white splatter, so I definitely want to get that one. Next up we have an FYE exclusive, limited to 1,000 copies. It's Philadelphia, the live album by Lamb of God. Lamb of God isn't my favorite. Oh, there is two. It's a 2-disc. It's not a gatefold though, but it is a 2-disc. Yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy about the band, but they're pretty cool to listen to. It's a dark orange, almost red. It does look more red than orange though, but pretty sure it says Opera orange or whatever. Yeah. Philadelphia, Lamb of God. Yeah, they're a cool band. I definitely enjoy them. I got another FYE exclusive from Lamb of God. This is limited edition of their Strum Drang album. I don't think they've released anything after this, but it's a gatefold. It is a black/red vinyl. It's very cool. It's literally black/red, half and half. Yeah, I haven't actually heard this album all the way through, but I've heard like the first half of it, and I really like it. It's a good album. This next one is just a black vinyl. I got this used, so I'm pretty sure it's It's an older copy or whatever. Peace Sales but Who's Buying by Megadeth. Classic album, classic thrash, fantastic album. And yeah, despite them being my favorite band, I only have 2 Megadeth vinyls. But at least I've got my favorite album of all time. Rest in peace. I got this one from the Sound of Vinyl, which is a really cool website. Now that I said that, I gotta show you something else that I kind of forgot with Iron Maiden that I also got from Sound of Vinyl. But this is a transparent blue vinyl. Very awesome. Blue is my favorite color. So, get my favorite album on blue. Would have gotten it anyway. Yeah, rest in peace. Greatest album of all time in my opinion. Okay, so actually I missed 2 things. Okay, so I have them separated because they're different. This one's a 7-inch. This Flight of Icarus, limited edition from the Sound of Vinyl. It's awesome artwork. And then you got the 7-inch. This is my second 7-inch, so I showed off the first one, and the first part is Bastille 7-inch. Yeah, I need to get on to more 7-inches, but. And the other one that I missed when I was in L is the soundtrack to The Lion King. Disney's The Lion King. Picture disc. It's probably the only thing, because they've got a lot of picture disc of Disney movies, like these old classic Disney movies, you know, but it's probably the only one I'm going to get because I'm not big on musicals. So, yeah. And the last album on this video, sadly, but Annihilation of the Wicked by Nile. It's the gatefold. This was, now that I'm thinking about it, this might have been my first colored vinyl. I may be wrong about that, but it was definitely one of the vinyls that I got very early on. So I did get it a couple years ago. It's red with gold surrounding it. It's got like the gold on the outline. You can't really see it, but yeah, there you go. See it at the bottom here. Yeah. This was the album that got me into Nile, so when I saw this on Relapse Records, I was like, okay, this is mine. Yeah. Great band, great album. Annihilation of the Wicked. And that does it for this video. This was part 2 of 3 in my vinyl collection. Next Sunday is going to be it with the vinyl collection. So, there we go.